Hello, happy Wednesday. You are on the Heart of Success show, and I'm your host, Larisa Vakulina. I go live not every Wednesday, but every second, third Wednesday, and in between, I have recording for the Wednesday, 2 p.m. South Australian time zone. Well, today I decided to talk about this very interesting concept about freedom. What freedom really means. I guess it is all different for everyone, but at the same time, freedom is having many different facets in terms of how we perceive freedom, internal freedom or external freedom. And at the base of it, it's always that internal state, the amount of blocks or misconceptions and erroneous beliefs that we hold within ourselves influence the concept of freedom. I noticed myself, and I met a lot of people who are really having a very limited concept of freedom. Because it sits really deeply in their unconscious level that to love, for example, someone else is actually losing the self, losing identity, losing yourself within the other. And to love means taken advantage of, right? And to mean to be weak or submissive or spineless, and all of these concepts and self-sabotaging blocks or the unconscious understanding of freedom is a little limited, and that influences how we relate first to ourselves in terms of freedom. So if we are confused about believing that if we love someone, then we are losing freedom. When we actually connect to other person on a level of that first initial attraction, and we kind of really attracted to that person, but at the same time, at the background of our unconscious level, we feel like if we allow ourselves deeply to love that person, we're going to lose our freedom. So basically, it's that this paradox really is about, we want to be connected to other person. We love to love people that we are attracted to, and we would like to have more connection with them. But at the same time, we have that fear of losing ourselves within the other. We're afraid to become submissive, or we're afraid to impoverishment almost sits in our fearful level. And all of these dynamics, of course, affect us so deeply in terms of not being able to connect with others, not being able to allow to be loved and love. So this really is having such a severe level of limitation that we are self-imposing to become a slave, and we become almost like in the box of limiting ourselves to go with freedom. And we do the opposite of what we need to do to free ourselves up. and we kind of confused about it. We don't want to be really giving up ourselves and connect with another, believing that we will submit, we will lose ourselves within the other. We feel weak when we love, but in reality, it is the other way around. So we struggle with a self-love, and of course we cannot give love to the other. And the paradox is that what we're trying to do, we have this concept of hating ourselves and others. So we kind of moving from one to another, and we indulging ourselves in the pseudo solution of blaming others, right? We blaming others in order for us to so we blaming others in order to love ourselves. We almost like want to feel self-love at the cost of hating the others. So this is really where the core of not feeling free and feeling trapped is. Because when we start to look seriously within ourselves and see the pseudo solution to self-love, we see that we actually want to justify our own love to the self through at the cost of hating others. So we need to really look at these areas of ourselves and start to heal these areas of ourselves where we need to admit the state where we are at. Honestly, so the core to the freedom is self-honesty. This is the only one and the only one issue that we have. Because when we actually have not honesty with ourselves, we try to mask and we try to present to other people someone who is not us. We just not having that authentic self. We presenting to other person ourselves in a pseudo light of being loving ourselves. We are kind, we respectful, we caring, we considered, and all of these things. But internally, inside, we hate each other, and we don't understand this dynamic. So we keep hating the others, thinking that hate of the others will bring self-love to us. So that's not really going to work. It's a dilemma. It's a paradox that people are circling around and around and around. And the freedom is only in one word: self-honesty. When you become self-honest and when you recognize that you are actually circling around, you cycling around all these concepts and not going within deeper enough to admit that you still have things to do, that you still hating yourself, that you still criticizing yourself, that you still not having strengths and guts to accept, okay, I'm in the wrong way. I'm actually keep masking and keep pretending of not who I am really are. So I'm inviting you really deeply look at yourself and see and identify where you at. If at any given time you still trying to justify your not really life supporting decisions, or where you try to justify yourself with a blame of the other, when you are demanding someone to be or do something that you feel more comfortable within the self, you are still dealing with this pseudo solution of trying to resolve the issue of self-hatred. So, as I said, the core of being and becoming free internally, in your heart, in your mind, in your system, and externally, is in one word: self-honesty. Self-honestly accept that you're not there yet. Self-honestly accept that you are still struggling with the issue of not allowing yourself to love yourself enough, not allowing yourself to go deeper with that loving current that is given to us for free. It's coming all the time to us, but we're blocking it because we have this fear, we have the doubts. We're always thinking that if I commit a little bit more, I'm gonna to lose my freedom. I'm gonna to lose myself. I'm gonna to lose my strengths. I'm gonna to feel weak, submissive. I'm gonna to do what other person want me to do, and that fear is really building that really strong wall between you and the others, and between you and yourself. So that wall is can be really easily in one moment. It can be dissolved the moment you admit that you pretending, the moment you admit that you are using all different sorts of resolution, but not the one that is based on honesty. All external tips, methods, tools, programs, and all the guidance that you receive externally is only a post that can actually help you to look and go to this direction. But the real work is internal. The real work is within you, that you need to start to catch yourself on these moments where you still blaming the other for the things that you're not having in your life. Blaming the other, or judging the other, or demanding the other that it's not given to you what you wanted them to give. Once these dynamics are resolved, and then you really admit in yourself, I'm still there, I'm still doing it, although you're on a way of resolving it. But now and then you meet with person who is triggering you strong enough that all of this self proving, self activating in terms of like, I'm right and you're wrong. So it's a spiraling journey. You need to start to admit it honestly to yourself. When you start to do it to yourself, you're automatically doing it for others. You automatically gonna to be very honest with others. You're automatically gonna be honest with all the situations outside of you. So please start to focus on self-honesty. Freedom equal self-honesty. This is the only way to start to build that freedom, internal and external. But first, it starts here. So self-honesty with everything that's going on within you. You listen to your body. See what the body is saying when you are with another, and when you are pretending of and being of not who you are. Your body will tell you. Your body will be really not relaxed. It's going to be really contracted. It's going to be hard. It's going to be having different areas of your body in contraction. It's going to be even painful. It's going to be showing you when you are feeling this way. Well, you know, there's a lack of self-honesty. There's a lack of accepting that you are still keep reacting to the external environment. You are still reacting towards other people. You still triggered by them. You still having this protective, defensive behaviors that are actually protecting you from allowing yourself to love, because love is everything, right? Love is in everything. So, and when we reject, or when we not allow ourselves to love, well, then we of course do the opposite. We self-hate, and of course, if we self-hate, we hate others. We need to work to this all dynamics of honesty first. I'm honest. I'm telling myself I still cannot really be relaxed with my mother, or I am still cannot be relaxed with my partner. I'm still cannot be relaxed with this world that is crazy and it triggers me. So all of these things are your navigation posts to see if your self honesty is actually ignored. So when you have reaction, it's time to start to work. Go within and tell yourself honestly, what is it that is not allow you to be relaxed, to be confident, to be grounded, to say, okay, I'm only human. I made mistakes, but I forgive myself. I am having intention to keep growing, to keep healing, to keep allowing myself to love me and others. So, yes, the freedom lies in this self-honest attitude. And why we still keep covering up our flaws, why we still covering up and protecting and masking what is really in reality in a moment within us. So if we honestly accept that this is entry point to the new reality, and once you accept it, you are already starting the process of freeing yourself up and living complete freedom. Thank you so much. I'll see you next Wednesday.